Hi everyone, this is my another video on Malahide. So Malahide village is one of the beautiful place in Dublin, capital of Ireland. So today I'm going to show you some amazing place in Malahide. So there are two options, either I can take this red train tour to cover the Malahide village, or I can walk. However, I decided to walk and show you some amazing place in Malahide. So on the right you can find some flowers, so the starting is also so amazing. So first we are going to cover the Malahide castle, which is one of the oldest castle in Ireland, or in other words people call it as a ghost castle, and there are 5 ghosts. So I'm a bit excited to know more information, and hopefully I can share some information with you. So from the railway station I need to walk roughly 5 to 10 minutes to reach the entrance of the Malahide castle. So now I just passed the entrance of the Malahide castle, and from here I need to walk roughly 5 to 10 minutes to reach the Malahide castle. And so the castle is surrounded by 250 acres of green land, which is owned by only one family for 800 years. So there are many stories. So on the right you can find a cricket stadium, which is an international cricket stadium in Ireland, and many international matches can happen here. I'm not sure, some matches going on, I'm not sure if it's international or a local matches. And there are also a upcoming international match between Ireland and India very soon, probably in August. It's a small stadium but full of greenery. So nice. So now I am continuing my walk to reach the Malahide castle. So this all land is owned by only one family, Talbot family. Lived here from 183 to 1973 when the last Talbot died. And the estate was then sold and became a tourist attraction since the 1980s. And this castle is one of the oldest castle in Dublin. So the interesting thing is, inside the castle there are 5 ghosts. So I'm a bit excited to know the story behind it. Hopefully I can gather some information and share with you. So there are many people around. It's a very popular destination in Malahide and also in Dublin. So the Malahide castle is not free, so I need to first take tickets. So now I am going to visitor center to book the ticket. So on the left you can find Avoca retail shop, which is a famous retail shop in Malahide, where you can find food as well as cafe, and also some gift shops. Traditional Irish gift you can get from here. So there are many things to see in Malahide, inside the Malahide castle. For example, butterfly park, but I am not going to try today, maybe another day. And also many gift shops you can find very close to the booking office. So now I am going to book my ticket to get in the Malahide Castle. So on the painting you could find Richard Talbot and his family lived here from 1185, and also you can find some of the things used to by Richard Talbot and his generation since 1185. So when you visit this visiting center, you can find this arrangement. Very nicely organized. So now I am heading to Malahide Castle, the main door. It's not really very crowded today, and in the front you can see some garden. So as I said before, this castle is surrounded by 260 acres, which was owned by only one family, Talbot family, for 800 years. I can't imagine. So the interesting thing is there was 5 ghosts. So I'm a bit excited to know the real story behind it. Hopefully I can grab some information and share with you today. So Richard Talbot first arrived in Ireland in 1174, and he was granted the land and this castle by Henry II for his warlike service in the Anglo-Norman conquest of Ireland. So the castle was under the control of Talbot family from 1174 until 976, and so the only time the house was out of Talbot control was from 1600s when the Oliver Cromwell invaded the Ireland. And so while he invaded the Ireland, he captured this castle and granted this castle to one of his loyalists, who is called Miles Corbett. So following the death of Oliver Cromwell, Miles Corbett was hanged, and then the property was returned to Talbot family. So that's the history. So from the entrance of Malahide Castle you can find many flights, because the Dublin airport is very close to the Malahide. Hardly within 5 to 10 minutes drive you can easily reach Dublin airport. And also as I said before, this castle is surrounded by 260 acres of green land, and you can find some rare trees around this castle. So when I go out, I can show you some of the rare trees. So now I am going to try inside. I'm a bit scared because I heard that there was 5 ghosts. Many people around. So this is the building where Talbot family lived for 800 years. So now I need to climb the steps. But unfortunately I was not allowed to take videos or photos, so I came back. So coming to the ghost story, it all starts with Maud Plunkett, who is the wife of Richard Talbot. So Maud Plunkett was married twice before marrying Richard Talbot. Maud Plunkett's first 2 husbands was killed, and Richard Talbot then married Maud Plunkett. So there are 5 ghosts. So the first ghost is Maud Plunkett, who is the wife of Richard Talbot, and the second ghost is Maud Plunkett's first husband, who is called Hussey, and the third ghost is Miles Corbett. I mentioned before, this castle was under his control for a short bit of time during 1600. So the fourth ghost is a white lady, is also a very popular ghost in Malahide Castle. She is an artist, and over many years she has been seen by a lot of people. And the fifth ghost is a Puck, is a ghost of Jester who fell in love with a woman named Lady Eleonora, and before his death he swore that he would hunt this castle, and he was killed in a cold December. So that's the history. So the Maud Plunkett was buried in this place. It's an old crematory, 800 years old. The buildings are totally destroyed. The surrounding is too big. I am not surprised that this castle is surrounded by 260 acres big land, green land. You can find rare flowers here. So you can find a rare tree, Carpinus turcosonovi. And if you look at the image, left side you can find a tree which looks like a deer, and the right side they converted into a wood sculpture which looks like a deer. So this tree is very rare, and they imported this seed from New York. So totally they imported 5 seeds. 1 seed they seeded here, and remaining 4 seed they seeded in some parts of Ireland. So last year this tree was died, so that is the reason they completely converted into a wood sculpture. That is really good. So the interesting thing is, so they won't cut the tree. Instead they will convert it into wood sculpture. That is really good. So now I am heading towards Malahide village. So Malahide village is one of the popular destination in Dublin. It's very famous area, and from Dublin you can take train or 15 to 20 minutes drive to reach Malahide village. Very expensive area. So I am now heading towards Malahide village, approximately 5 to 10 minutes walk from here. So this village is a perfect place for everyone. You can find many shoppings, restaurants. So Malahide is as I said, is a popular destination. Roughly 16 to 17,000 people live here. So it's a great place to raise a family while also being equally attractive to young professional, and also people can spend their retirement life here. Now we are almost going to reach the center of Malahide village. It's a very busy area. In the evening it will be very crowded. There is always something for everyone. You can find like traditional Irish gift shop, restaurant, shopping, and many more. And also from here, if you walk roughly 5 minutes easily, we can reach the Malahide harbor. So I'm going to head on there now, after showing you some amazing videos on Malahide village. So on the right you can find people having food outside the restaurant. Is very common in Ireland. Not only in Ireland, it's very common in European countries, particularly in the summer. They used to have food outside the restaurant, but it's totally different in the winter. It's a perfect place to raise a family and also spend retirement life in Malahide. It's a small city but really beautiful, pollution free. But very expensive area. The apartment is too high here. The rent is too high here. It's a rocket high. So the name Malahide probably derives from the time of arrival of Normans. Normans are the group of people who captured Ireland in 12th century. So literally the story is Richard de Clare, who is also known as Strongbow, who arrived Ireland in 1170 with 1,000 Normans and first attacked a city in Ireland called Wexford, and from there the Norman invention started in Ireland. and it's spread across the Ireland and also in Malahide. So now we reach the center of Malahide village. Really is a beautiful village in Dublin. There is something for everyone. Many shops, many restaurant, traditional Irish gift shop. So on the left and the right you can find many restaurants, people having food outside the restaurant. Really is an amazing place. It's the first time for me in Malahide. I have never been to this place before, despite being living in Dublin for 2 years. It's a perfect place those who want to spend their retirement life. Very peaceful atmosphere, but also very expensive. Usually it will be very crowded in the evening. Many people around. So now I am heading to Malahide beach. So from here it will take roughly 5 to 10 minutes walk. So there are many outdoor activities in Malahide: tennis club, cricket club, and also people used to spend time in the beach. So I am going to head on to the beach now. So on the straight you can find a big building which is called Grand Hotel, and this building was constructed in the year 1835 by Mr. James. He was a member of British Parliament, and there are many owners. One such owner was Dr. John. He was a person who brought a motor car to Ireland. He imported a first petrol car in 1898. So now we reached the Malahide beach harbor. You can see many boats parked on the harbor. So the sea is the other side, so I'm going to head on there now. It's a bit crowded, but not many. And this place is one of the tourist attraction, and you can find many apartments on the left side. Full of greenery. So I can have a look now from here. The sea is completely blue and the place is completely surrounded by buildings. Mainly the apartment is very expensive here. Looks like there was water up to this level, but maybe it got dried. So there is a fisherman, and I'm going to have a conversation with him and see if he got any fish today. Looks like there was water here because I cannot walk. It's a bit slippery. Maybe I can ask more details from the fisherman. That level, right?
Yeah, the water goes out 3:30. And now it'll start coming back in. So it takes about 6 hours to go back in. 6 hours to go out.
So I got some information from him, and he told me that the water goes out every day 3:30 in the evening, and then after 6 hours again the water goes in around 9 o'clock. So there is a 6 hours gap out and in. This all happened due to that tidal wave, and this happened all the day. So that means that after 6 hours so this place will be completely surrounded by seawater. So that is the reason why it was so slippery, and even I cannot walk. And if I come around 9 o'clock, this area will be completely surrounded by water. So now I have to go to the main beach. So he guided me. It's really very difficult to walk. It looks like a dry land, but difficult to step on. First I thought it's a dry land, but when I step on, I understood that there was some water. So that's the reason why I asked this information. So literally the water will be up to this level. So if I stand until 9 o'clock, then I can find the water rising up. So now I am going to the main beach. Really an amazing place. I don't know why I didn't visit this place before, although I'm staying in Dublin for 2 years. And from here I can have a look. So here is the entrance of the Malahide beach. The spot is absolutely amazing. So we can find many flights, as this place is very close to the Dublin airport. So I need to get down. So here also there should be water after 6 hours. Luckily there is no water, so I can pass the other side. It's a very nice place, a perfect one-day trip, those who are staying in Dublin. So from here I can find Malahide Beach, Malahide Sea, full of blue. It's very difficult to identify between the sky and sea. I'm not sure the 6 hours gap applicable to this area. Yes, at this place it's very difficult to walk. It's a bit of slippery. I guess there was water couple of hours before. So a bit far away you can find a small hill. In Ireland we call it as Ireland Eye. So I'm going to take a separate video on this island very shortly. So I can't imagine after 6 hours how the land will look like. And also the sand is flying. It's very too windy here. Looks like we came down away from the land. So there are only few people around. It's not very crowded. Some kids are playing, and also the land is completely wet, but really an amazing place. So thanks for watching, and if you like my video, please like and subscribe. I'll come with you on a new video very soon. Take care.